Chris Lovell here with another edition of Patriot Talk. My man Joe Sexton talking to us as always on these shows. Colton Coon's taking care of us behind the camera. These shows brought to you by Gene Messer Ford Lincoln. So for all your new and used car needs, make sure you check out the folks at Gene Messer Ford Lincoln. My man Joe Sexton driving around in a brand new, fancy, I think Ford Raptor R. Okay, I mean it retails for like well over 6 figures.
Yeah.
Courtesy of the folks at Gene Messer Ford Lincoln. I mean, I'm jelly, as the young people would say. Okay, so first time we've had to do this year, but 34-14, and you were on the wrong side of it.
Right.
You knew this would be the toughest team that you were going to
Sure.
face, and you were having to do so at their place. Just kind of take me through it.
Well, it was a great atmosphere. It felt like a playoff game. So I'm glad that our kids got to experience that.
Because they may need that.
Yeah, we're going to need that. And just the crowd was huge. The crowd was into it. It was a great atmosphere. And we, our first drive, we drive, I think it was a 12-play drive, something like that, and we go down and get down to the 2, and we scored. For the people at home that wasn't there, we scored. Wasn't called a touchdown, so we had a little bit of adversity right off the bat, and it was. And I'm not sour about that or anything, but.
I feel like I should say, hey man, do you care to elaborate? But
Yeah,
I feel like
I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it there. I don't want the Big 12 to come after me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you don't want that. I've had that happen before, and that's not good.
So we had just a slow start, I guess. Well, really wasn't a slow start. Played pretty well on that first drive, and then I thought we had them pinned down on the goal line, and we let them off the goal line, and we had a couple turnovers in the first half that we haven't had. We haven't had very many turnovers, and just those 2 mistakes turned into 2 touchdowns for them, and we look up and we're down 14-0, just like that. So, but
and your team hasn't just dealt with a ton of adversity yet.
Right.
You've been fortunate to just really jump on teams and then control games almost to the point where it's like when we come in here and do these, I don't have a lot to ask you just
Right.
because it was like, yeah, we did the same thing as the week before. We scored a bunch of points. Everybody got to play. It was kind of boring, which it was a good boring.
Right.
But this one was you probably learn a little bit about your kids and who's willing to respond,
Right.
and who's willing to.
Well, we go in at halftime and we just challenged them to come back out and start over and play a good second half, and we did. We didn't score quite enough or stop them enough, but I really liked that our effort didn't go away. We stayed after it, and we get a couple breaks here and there. We're right back into it. So pleased with the second half. A lot of good things in the second half that we could build off of coming into this week.
We don't talk injuries a lot on here, but Coleman Hendricks goes down early in the game. How much mentally? He's one of your bigger kids, one of your best players.
Right.
He's a younger player, obviously, but you've been leaning on him a lot. When everybody kind of sees that, does that freak everybody out, or am I making too much of it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
We were without him just a little bit early in the season, and Jackson Funk came in and played really, really well, and he did the same thing the other night. So, we've had to reshuffle the deck just a little bit in a few spots, but when you lose somebody like Coleman, yes, it's gonna affect you in some way or another, but just come on, Jackson, let's go.
Next man up.
Yeah, Nash is going to help fill in there just a little bit. So we've got some very, very capable bodies.
Let's do a little true or false here. Was Midland Greenwood better than you thought?
False.
Okay.
We knew that they were going to be good. That's why I was really excited to play those guys. I really hope someplace down the road we get to run into them again, and I think we will give them a better game the second time that we get to see them. And no, they're good. All aspects. Their kicking game puts a lot of stress on you. because you never know when they're going to run a fake punt, because they have shown quite a bit of that stuff, or an onside kick here and there. But offensive line, really their offense is perfect for what their quarterback is capable of. He's so hard to tackle. I mean, before you even start touching him, he starts spinning and can just get away from you. And a lot of times we tackled some air a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know, we thought we had him, and somebody gets out of their gap, and there he goes. So, but no, they were pretty good at what they do.
True or false? You can glean a lot of big picture lessons from this. That, as you look back on it, maybe this was a good thing.
No, true. It's you don't ever want to lose.
No.
You don't ever want to do that, and I could tell that it hit quite a few of them, kind of hard on the way home. It was quiet.
Because some of them, this is the first time they really.
Yes.
Like the younger players on the team, this is the first time they've ever dealt with one of these.
Right.
The
the kids were on the JV last year. They go 10-0 last year, and now they came up, and now they have to learn how to recover from a loss. And it's not a big deal. The sky's not falling. There's I haven't seen any of our kids pointing fingers at it's your fault, it's your fault, and it was a team thing, and that's the way they accepted it. So that's one of the lessons that we learned. That loss didn't come down to one play or one kid or anything like that, or one coach's decision. So we all own it, and here we go again this week.
And speaking of this week, you now move from one phase of your season to the next. You've played, I feel like, an eternity already, but 6 games, and none of them have. Because I remember sitting with you guys last week going, hey man, 6-0, 5-1, it doesn't really matter, because now you're in this 5-team district, and so you've got 4 games left, and you're having to drive darn near Canada this week. But take me through just the district phase now, because now they do matter.
Right.
They do count.
Well, it's so important to get that first win, just for your momentum. We get out. We have to play our first game on the road, and it's going to be a big road trip. So I think we were talking before, we're going to try to break it up into a couple of different segments. We're going to get off and eat lunch in Amarillo and let them walk around a little bit and then get back on and finish it up. So, yeah, it's really important. Last year we started off 1-0, and it was great. And then we had to take a long road trip, and we didn't perform. And so
the dreaded bye week.
Yes. Well, and that bye week's coming after next week. So it's very important that we get this first win.
Have you ever spent any time in Perryton before?
Probably about 18 years. One time.
How different is this city since
it has,
than the one that you grew up in?
It's changed quite a bit.
Yeah. For the better or for the worse?
Well, it's just like any other small town. Yeah. It's probably shrinking just a little bit. Okay. But last year we went up. I drove up with the JV and the freshmen, or actually just the JV, and just driving around town on the way in, it's like, wow, that's different.
But you're probably having to leave at like what, 11?
Yeah, we'll probably try to leave about 11:15.
Okay, 11:15.
Yeah, and we'll get up to Amarillo. I found a good place for the kids to eat where we can all go in and we don't have to eat on the bus and it'll be good for us.
Okay. Yeah. What time are you thinking you may get home?
Oh, probably 3:00.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
That stinks. Okay, but it's just one of the longer ones.
Yeah. Just how it is.
You either going to have to go to Borger or Perryton, one of the two. And
I'm just pretty happy we don't have to go do them both in the same year. Because that could have.
That's the way it is currently. But you're right. I guess it could have been set up that way. Because that would have been ugly. Do you have on a drive like this? I've driven with you for longer periods of time before, and you just talk. You don't really listen to much. Do you have a guilty pleasure on music, or?
I've got a whole lot of stuff on my phone that I listen to. I started listening to podcasts just a little bit.
Okay. Got one in particular?
The Sean Ryan. I listened to him for just a little bit.
Okay.
He was pretty good.
I'm not familiar. Should I know this?
He was a Navy SEAL.
Okay.
At one point.
Okay.
And so he has a lot of guys on that kind of talks about
Like military type stories? Oh,
yeah.
okay, very good.
So I like to listen to stuff like that. And then I've just got a bunch of random music on my phone that
Variety's a spice of life, man. Yeah, there you go.
So I try not to listen to talk radio very much.
Yeah. But that's what podcasts are.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it is just a new media,
right?
New form of it. Take me through this Perryton team real quick. They have you guys obviously saw some of these guys in Lubbock last year, but this is a scary quarterback. They've got a really good receiver.
Right.
What else?
And both of those kids are juniors. Just like
they were sophomores last year.
Some of our good ones are juniors also. Yeah. So we're gonna get to see them for a few more years, but they are exceptional. Anytime that they're wanting to run the ball, it's going to be with the quarterback. He likes to put a lot of pressure on the defense because you've got to pay attention to him wherever he goes.
Can you? I asked Chip Darden this on his show as well. I'm going to ask you the same thing. Can you talk about how difficult it is these days to play defense? It really doesn't matter the level of football because of what you just said. Right. I think you've mentioned. First of all, you deal with tempo at times.
Yes.
Pain. QB run game. Pain. It puts you in a bind. The RPO concept, which is simple yet extremely difficult to try to defend.
For us, back in the old days, when you played football in a phone booth, and it was all right here, and now it's all out here, and you have to defend everything. And
53 yards wide. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
And now they've taken the old option game, the old split back veer or the wishbone there was somebody being read, and now they've turned it in to the spread passing game where you're still reading different people. They'll read your outside linebacker. If he feels they're throwing the ball, if he sets, they're handing the ball off. So, the option has evolved just a little bit.
Just looks different.
But yeah, it's tough to play defense these days for sure. And
the concepts are. I feel like the rules are set up for offenses too. I mean, the rules of the game are pro offense.
Well, if you watch an NFL game, it is 100%.
Oh yeah.
You can't even get close to a receiver sometimes.
It's like a casino. The house always wins,
yes.
right? The offense always wins.
Well,
it's
because
just set up for that way.
Nobody wants to watch a.
Oh yeah, 10-3 game.
Yeah, nobody wants that. They want to see.
Some people do, but they're sickos. Yeah, right. I mean, I was going to say I could because now it would be so abnormal.
Yes.
That I would find it very appealing, just because it would be.
Yeah, when you see a NFL game or a college game that's 10-3, it's for me. I like that. I like to see some good defense, but sometimes it's just bad offense. The
long road trip. I was asking about music or what you maybe listen to. You dropped us some good podcasting advice and everything. If you. When you're on the road trip and you stop off and you got to use the restroom, whatever, and you get to go in, and I know you're going to get a peach tea. What is your go-to on the snack?
Well, I've discovered these. They Take 5, the Reese's Take 5.
Oh yeah, it's like a Snickers.
Well,
it's got some crunchy.
Well, it's a Reese's cup, but it's got pretzels in it.
Okay, yeah, there's some crunchy in there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you're.
Yeah,
okay.
It's pretty good. Other than that, peanut M&Ms.
You and I are simpatico, not on a lot of things, but
on
this we agree. We love our chocolate and peanut butter combination.
Yeah, I do.
In a variety of different forms.
Yes.
So yeah, well done, sir. I'm down for some peanut M&Ms. That's good stuff.
And I've even tried just the peanut butter M&Ms. Those are good too.
Oh yeah,
but you just got to go
like
back.
Reese's Pieces.
No, I don't really like those all that much.
Oh yeah, those are that's what that is. What player on your team is guaranteed to make you laugh?
You know who daily Hudson Hefner.
Okay, there you go. Keeps it light.
Yeah.
Your center. Yes, I like it.
You know, either Hudson, he's always got a smile on his face when he comes in,
Okay.
he's always saying something. Him and Paxton go back and forth, you know, because they think they're golfers now.
Paxton Laird?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they go back and forth about, you know, different things. I guess they got it in their heads this summer that they wanted to play a couple of coaches in a round of golf, and I just told the boys no. So they kind of keep that fire going a little bit. But Hudson's, man, he's great. He's always in a good mood, especially as much adversity that he had early.
Yeah.
And he's bounced back, and through all that, he's just got a great personality.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, and center in football has got a lot of responsibility on
He
him,
does.
which
And
people don't realize that they've got a lot going on. Not as much as the QB maybe, but there's a lot going on there.
there's
for
still a
the
lot,
center.
man, and he does a great job.
Okay, assuming that safety wasn't an issue, would you rather explore the deepest part of the ocean or outer space? What's more intriguing to you?
I don't know. I think I would probably like to go to outer space. You know, I know there's something in the water that's going to bite me or something.
I said safety. I said
know.
safety wasn't
I'm
an
just
issue.
not just because I've never done that. You know, I've been in the ocean before, but
Not in the deepest part.
not in the deepest part. No,
Yeah.
but
I think my answer would be none. Just let me know how it goes. I don't know.
I would just to see what it feels like to be in outer space. I think that'd be cool.
Floating around,
Yeah.
no gravity.
No gravity.
Some would suggest that you're in outer space most of the time, just right here.
Yes,
Yeah.
some would suggest that.
That's
Some
right.
would.
That's right. Your players are in the midst of their fall semester. They're dealing with classes and assignments and all that stuff. They're dealing with football and all that right now. The hardest class you ever took? High school, college? What was the hardest class you ever took?
For me, probably my A&P in college, anatomy and physiology.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. You know, especially I go in first day, professor walks in and goes, all right, how many people want to be coaches in here, you know? So I'm kind of looking around.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
And the guy says, you're going to flunk this class. Because it was like for med students, you know, pre-med. But I'm kind of like, uh-oh.
You've labeled me.
Yeah.
I didn't even do anything.
I was just, you know,
Yeah.
my advisor said I had to take this. So, but I passed. I think I made a solid
You
B.
proved him wrong.
Yeah.
So you see that he was coaching you from the get-go, and you just didn't know. He
Yeah,
was trying to
I didn't know it
motivate
at the
you.
time. It kind of scared me.
Yeah.
But
and
that was
the point. I
yeah,
guess.
but it was a hard class.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot of memory.
The human body is amazing.
Very intricate, yes. And we abuse it all the time.
Yes, we do. Yeah, playing football is.
Yes, that's right. That's right. With what we eat and the way we all the physical things or doing nothing.
Right.
It's all abusing the human body. So okay, well, Coach, be safe on the road Friday and in the Saturday, I guess, as it'll be a late night. But good luck. District 1-0. That'll be the way just to get this thing started.
Yes, it
and
will.
We'll kind of start the next phase of your season. So appreciate the time, and I know you guys will bounce back. For Joe Sexton, for Chris Level, for Colton Coons, this has been another edition of Patriot Talk. We'll talk to you next time.